For my last round, went 7 X02. Round 1 was against Noble Knights, it was a 2-0. Round 2 was Trick Stars, 2-0. Round 3 was Crusadia, 2-0. Round 4 was The Mirror, drew there. Round 5 was Trick Stars, 2-0. Round 6 was Evoki, was a draw. And round 7 was a Mirror. Before I get into the deck profile, give a shout out to my family for giving me the time to study and test. Thank God for allowing me to be alive to play the game. Shout out to my test partners. Also want to shout out to Denny Booth for winning the regionals. Shout out to Austin George for winning Omaha regionals. And shout out to the homies James Led and Ethan for topping. The squad did really good this weekend. And shout out for Devin for not going. Shame on me. Let's get to the deck profile. Start off with the Thunder Dragons, play 3 egg, 3 OG, 3 Roar, set them to the side, 3 Dark, and 3 Hawk. You have to max out on all the Thunder Dragons to get full value of the deck. Except for this too. I understand that you can just play 2 of these and get away with it. Normally I side one out every single game, 2 and 3. However, this card is really good. I think the secondary effect is probably the better one when it comes to turn 2 and 3. When we're turn 2 and 3, because like, you just keep recurring your fusion, so you don't have to burn one. You can save one for the deck, or like later on when you actually need it, or if it gets failed or something, like you just use this to keep bringing it back. So like after turn 1, you're not gonna really use the first effect, especially something from the deck. Like you're not gonna use that. Really, you're just gonna keep grounding with your resources, and then this is gonna help as well with your turn. So these 2 are really good. Like I said, you have to play 3 of all of them to actually max out. Then I play 3 Solar. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be super in the next OTS. This card is good. It's just like Armageddon Knight. You resolve Armageddon Knight, you win. So if you resolve this, it's game. Unless you have the appropriate cards to back it up, which I play tons of extenders. Play 2 Amber. I didn't want to play 1 because I hate drawing a Garnet and a Brilliant Fusion, so I played 2. But also, when you play Brilliant Fusion, you summon Prismar, which is what I play. This becomes a Trident. So that's another reason why I play this. It's okay to open this in Brilliant Fusion because then you just resolve the Brilliant Fusion, send this to the grave, then you summon Prismar, and then like, you go in second, you can just always pop a card because Prismar's effect. 1 Denko Seka, Denko somebody for 4. It was insane. I had game, but he had to draw. But I had to play this because I was losing the Sky Striker in testing. Because I wasn't main decking anything, and then I main decked Twin Twister, but then I felt like this was better because I can search it, and I just needed to play 1. If they out it, then they out it, but they have to burn a resource to out this, and then I just win after that because I just have limited resources. I played 2 BLS. I didn't want to play 3 because I didn't want them to clog. I feel like 2 was the correct number. It's like if I see it, cool. Sometimes I use it to do my combos. But other than that, it was just mainly there for like a turn 2, turn 3. Whenever I needed to do a big push, it was there. It was also dangerous in the mirror match because like it just outs the Titan, outs the Colossus, and you just summon it and it's just there. I don't know why this is at 3. Then 3 Ash, the more universal hand trap. You have to have 3 of this in your deck. You have to. It just helps you against everything. And then Bell, surprisingly, this is a good card. Would have been 3, but I don't have 3, so I just thought it was 2. And it was just perfect. I saw it when I needed it. It was impermanence, but this gets around mid-breaker field. Both of them gets around mid-breaker field, and I didn't want to play cards that were just dead to it. So I just opted to play this, and it was good. Hit the mirror match with it a few times. It was pretty insane. Shout out to my kids. They spilled juice on it. So I had to get them to sign it. That's it for the monsters. Off to the spells. 3 Brilliant Fusion. Favorite engine in the game. This is too strong. Too free. It's basically a solar. You open this and solar is this game. It's like your opponent asks, the solar is like, cool, I just resolve this. And if I have roaring hand, that's game. Same thing with the 3 instant fusions. Same deal. You ask my solar, cool, I'm gonna activate this and I'm gonna keep going. Like, I just want to play a bunch of combo extenders. The engine itself will get you there, but then if you have a ton of combo extenders, it's this game. Here go more extenders. And it's also a starter. 3 gold card. I don't have to explain much. I know what this card does in the deck. 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion. I didn't want to play 3. I didn't want to see too much of it. It's recyclable. I don't play Desire, so I can get away with playing 2. And Roar just keep on bringing it back. Most of the time, I saw 1 game against the mirror, but other than that, I just really just use 1. But you have to play 2, you know. Like, just feel like hard drawing 1 is cool, and then just leaving 1 in the deck. And then like if they bail this, you can always get Dark to get this out, and then just in there. The last card in the main deck is Monster Reborn. This is basically like Solar Hawk, really. I didn't play Soul Charge. Soul Charge is, I mean, is a great card, but it just puts stuff on the board, and like your extra deck is not built to do a lot of link spamming. So you just put these cards on the board and you just sit there. And a lot of people's main deck can evenly match, so you just hard right loose to evenly match. So just like this, because it gets your combo going. So if you open Solar and like straight Thunder Dragons, you still can play. It's just another combo extender. Now stick with the main deck. It was 40 cards. Off to the extra deck. Armageddon Knight token. Favorite card in the game. Sad is about to get banned. 1,000 Eyes Restrict. Summoned it once against the mirror. This card is good. Outing cards. I just wanted to play more cards that just outs Titan, because Titan is just too OP in the mirror. Summoned this a lot. I think I summoned it every single match. This is just there to start do the War combo, along with the Prismar, there to hit the War combo. Summon Titan quicker. Then 3 Colossus and 3 Titan. I feel like this card is better than this card. As far as like dominance to the board. Like you normally end your board with this, right? You end your board with this. So like this is preventing them from searching, yes, but this is going to protect these. This is here to protect them too. So you're basically just popping cards that they'll put on the board to out these. So they have to out these with like a Kaiju or something major that this can't touch. So like as long as you activate this or you resolve this on the correct card, like these would just sit on the board. Another thing that makes this broken is the fact that it's 32. It's 32 attack, 32 defense. You just leave this out there, it's just hard to deal with this. 9 times out of 10, your opponent's going to clear this first, because 90% of the deck searches, right? So they're going to clear this, but then they still have to deal with this. Like, their biggest push will get outed by this. And then when that get outed, they still have to out this card. And the only difference between these two is that he can be destroyed by battle, but then, come on, like, I can activate this in a damage step and just let's clear your board, man. This card is just too strong. I feel like this is better than this. I know people argue because, hey, this is an $80 card. It prevents your Pokemon from searching, but that's all it does. Because it's just easy outable. This is hard to out. Link monsters. Link Kribo. I think I summoned it twice. Actually, I think I'll keep it. You have to play it because of the egg. Other than that, you don't really have to. 1 Underclock Taker. This was Gustav Max. With the day of the tournament, I decided to play it because I was going to try to OTK my opponent. The goal was to try to OTK my opponent before I even get to a situation where I need a card to inflict damage to win. And obviously, that same theory or that same plan backfired because I got 2 draws, right? But however, this actually put in a whole bunch of work. Was able to do a lot of stuff with the mirror match with this card. So I'm back and forth with them. I played 2 Triple S. This is probably the most summoned card in my deck besides the Thunder and Dragon Fusions. This card is really good. Left it on the board a few times and brought back Roar or Dart so I can gain advantage for my next turn. It's pretty good. Unicorn. I mainly played it to out my opponent's Titan. Like, if you leave this on the board in a mirror match, you just win. You just save it or try to protect it until you gain resources to OTK your opponent. And this is just there to out theirs. So I won't have to fight too hard. Mirror match is pretty tough, but you can easily out the Colossus. You just need to out the Titan. And it's hard to out the Titan when he activates his effect every time you discard a card. So you got to play cards like this or this to out him. And then gain control, put your Titan on board, and just win the game from there. Summon this once, won the game. Other than that, most summon cards were this and the fusions. That's it for the extra deck. Side deck, token. 3 cherries and a Firewall Dragon. This is for Firewall.dex. I didn't want to play Isolde. I felt like Isolde is not the issue. They can play through Isolde. I didn't want to play Summon Source. Summon Sources was in my extra deck, but I took it out. And I was like, well, this would just help me. If I hit this, then they can't really FTK me. They have to make some suboptimal board, and the deck is just built to just break suboptimal boards. So you have to put up some unbreakable board for me to not win. So this was just there to prevent my opponent from FTKing me or spamming a whole bunch of crap on the boards where I can't win. MVP, Mind Control, mainly for the mirror because I can just take it. It becomes a solar basically for me. Because I just take it and or better yet, an instant fusion. It becomes instant fusion or brilliant fusion for me because I'll take my opponent's fusion and then make a Titan and then continue my combos with that. This is also good against other matchups like Sky Striker and stuff like that can put cards and need monsters on the board. You just take it and just go off with it. I think I resolved it like 3 times. 3 Twin Twisters, sided in against Trickstars. I saw it once, didn't resolve it, didn't need to. But you gotta play it. Second MVP, Strikes. Although I resolved it once, it was just there because mirror match really. Whenever I go first, I can stop them from hard summoning the Titan, or the Colossus. Well, mainly it's for the Titan. And then I sided it in against Crusadia. I think it's the only deck that I actually got to go first the second game, and I sided it in and struck the Magus effect to do double damage. Just won the game from there. So, and the last 2 cards were 2 evenly matched. Never sided them in. These can be any 2 other cards. I haven't known yet. Maybe 2 more Dankos or probably just some random fun stuff. Maybe something to combat Firewall decks. Well, you just don't need this anymore. There's the mat. That's it for the deck profile. I'll be maybe going to St. Louis. So I'll see you guys there. It's Akeem, Kid Nation Games signing out. Peace.